This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 25, and it reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars upon the earth, distress of nations, war, perplexity, and the seas and raise war." And this is the book of Second Ezra.
One of the greatest goal scorers in the league in the history. So, yeah, we don't have that threat. What did you think of the first period? What do you guys need to work on? We got to play faster because we're turning the box back and turning the box over. We got to play much faster. Just deliver to the zone and play offense. Spasibo. Absolutely, Captain. I'm Bob Shooter here with Ryan Kelly. Draw control by the Lightning. McKelly, it's almost like between periods the Lightning hurt you.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 3 of the Apocrypha books of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in a people in the world." And this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 15. It says, "For the sword and the discretion draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. "For there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet." Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar Kadash. And the Heavenly Father's true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash, the Holy Tongue. And shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. When I say shalom. And this is a news article that recently happened today from Reuters.com and from the Middle East as of October the 17th, 2023. And it reads, it says hundreds said to be killed in a Gaza hospital blast as protesters erupt. As I believe it was a news article from RT.com, and it was saying that the Israelis or the Palestinians or Hamas, they was blaming each other. You know, who took the blame for the airstrike that took place over there in the Hamas hospital blast that killed hundreds of people. Right, because they blaming each other for the, that airstrike blast over there in the Gaza Strip. Because at first the Israelis was blamed for it, and then the Israelis has blamed the Palestinians and the Hamas for this airstrike, and then you have the Hamas has put blame on the Israelis, so they taking shots at one another. Who's to blame of this hospital blast that took place as of Tuesday? So I just want to add an additional note to that. Now continuing on with the reading, it says 500 people were killed in a blast at a Gaza City hospital on Tuesday. It says that Israelis, Palestinians said blame on each other that it ignited protests in the West Bank and around the Middle East. It says health authorities in the Hamas ruled Gaza Strip said in an Israeli strike caused the blast, while Israeli military attribute to a failed rocket launched by the Palestinians Islamic Jihad militant group. It says a Gaza Silver Defiance chief said 300 people were killed in the blast, and a health ministry official said 500 were killed. Reuters could not independently verify who was responsible for the blast. It says before Tuesday's blast, health authorities in Gaza said at least 3,000 people had died in Israel's 11-day bombardment has begun after Hamas October 7 rampage on the southern Israeli communities, in which 1,300 were killed and around 200 were taken to a hospital. Taken into Gaza as hostage. It says Gaza, 45-kilometer long, 25-minute enclave home to 2 million people, has been ruled since 2006 by Hamas, the Islamic group that is a U.S. designed foreign organization. It says the blast took place on the eve of a visit by U.S. President Joe Biden to Israel to show support for the country in its war with Hamas, and to hear how Israel plans to minimize civilian casualties. One U.S. aim is to keep the conflict from spreading. It says regardless of who is found responsible for the explosion, which Hamas said has killed patients and others left homeless by the Israelis bombarded, it will complicate efforts to contain the crisis. It says in 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 one sign of this, Jordan Foreign Minister Aman Shafardahi, if I pronounce his name right, canceled a summit his country was to host Amani and Biden and the Egyptian and Palestinian leaders. And another Palestinian security forces fired tear gas and stun grenades and dispersed protesters in the occupied West Bank city of Ramallah, who was throwing rocks and chanting against Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas as popular anger boiled. It says the blast drew condemnation across the Arab world, and protesters were staged in its Israel embassies in Turkey and Jordan, and the nearest U.S. embassy in Lebanon, where security forces fired tear gas towards the demonstrators. It says television footage showed protesters in Yemen, the southwestern city of Taz, as well as in Moroccan and Iraqi capitals. Lebanon's Iranian-backed Hezbollah militant group denounced what it said was Israel's deadly attack on the Al-Harabi hospital in Gaza, run by the Anglican Church, and called for a day of unprecedented anger against Israel in Biden's visit. So you can read all the rest of it, bring it out again. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, and it's not yet. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 5. I'm going to read it again for edification's sake of the sit-down lesson. Luke 21 and verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars upon the earth, the scourge of nations with perplexity, and the seas and where is warned. And this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars and people of the world. 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 through 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article that took place October the 17th, 2023. And this was published by Reuters. And it says again, hundreds said killed in the Gaza hospital blast and protests erupts. So once again, hopefully this lesson was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bukakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And the Heavenly Father's true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashma Kadas, the Holy Tongue. Until next time, I will say Shalom.